My name is Welch. I am the HR business partner for Liverpool Mutual Homes. I'm also responsible for learning and development across the group. LMH Group is a social landlord operating in Liverpool and North West areas. We have 15,500 properties. We also have a number of organisations working with us as well, such as Housing Maintenance Solutions, LMH Development and also Mutual. Prior to the implementation of the learning management system, LMH Group would use consultants to deliver quite a lot of mandatory training. Since the inception of the learning management system, we've seen a huge increase in profitability, but also a huge increase in time that operatives and staff are able to carry on with their daily tasks, rather than spending hours on end in a training location. The LMS allowed us to deliver our mandatory training across the group in a more holistic approach. It allowed us to hit the different areas of the business at once, rather than inviting people in for training. It also allowed us to empower the operatives, particularly at HMS, to manage their own time, to be able to carry out their mandatory training at a time and a place that suited them, using their mobile devices. The LMS helped with the company culture, as it allowed the operatives and staff at LMH a more flexible approach to their learning. It allowed them to complete their mandatory training at a time and a location that suited them, rather than a more structured and formal classroom environment. Feedback we've received from our end users is the LMS is simple to use, it's effective and it's easy to follow, which is different to other LMSs that we've used in the past. Overall, our experience of working with My Learning Hub has been a positive one, particularly working with the support staff and in terms of development of the system. Quite regularly we are asked for any updates or any ways of making the system better for the end user, which this feedback is always taken on board. Communication is always great between ourselves and the support team as well. The return on investment for the system has been excellent. We used to use quite a lot of training providers across the city who would come in and would be paid for their services, 2, 3, 4 hour training sessions that would result in quite a lot of downtime as well. Now we have a lot more flexible approach to our training, where we can proactively react to the ever-changing environments that we're operating in, to get messages across to our staff, but also deliver e-learning, toolbox talks, policy updates to all of our staff who are remote. Since we started working with My Learning Hub from 2016, the system that we are using at the moment is now totally different to the one that we started using back in day one. That's down to the ever-changing system, the developments that have taken place, the feedback that they've taken on board, and ultimately listening to us as a client on how to make the overall experience a positive one. Moving forward, I think one area of development I would like to see is a library of courses available for not just myself but other admins or users to go on and select moving forward. I think that would open up a bigger suite of courses for us to use, but also enable us to interact with more providers as well. I would highly recommend My Learning Hub to close friends, colleagues and other professionals in learning and development.